Hello, Computer Planes here. I'm recording this intro after I've recorded this first episode, but today will be like a kind of not a tutorial, but kind of a coding walkthrough. I'll walk you through how I create a browser. It might have me kind of raging a little bit, trying to get stuff to work because I'm not reading off of anything. So I'm just trying to use my knowledge to create a browser using Awesomium, which I've never used before. I'm pretty sure this is how you use it, and thank you for watching this intro, I guess, and enjoy. I will now skip the new project part. It's just a Windows Form application. So bye. We'll make this form better, and we'll rename this to browser. Sorry for the background noises. That's my bad sister. So for browser, we'll put in an Ostium. We're gonna drag in a web control, a web context menu, and a web session provider. We're also gonna put in a menu strip over here, and that's about it for here. So now let's configure everything. For our web control from Awesomium. By the way, you can download it from over here. Awesomium, whatever. Awesome. I just call it awesome. Awesome/download, and you can assign it a web session provider, and we'll dock it in a parent container. Then we'll bring this to the front. So now in this menu bar, we'll put file, and in file, we're gonna add these things. So what we're gonna put in file is new window. This is in case you ever need if you want a new window, I guess, if you ever need that. And then we'll also put in we'll put in a separator, which will go file, down, separator. We also will put in a history section, so view history. Actually, we'll put in a different section. We'll bookmark this page over here, and then we'll put in a separator. Which will go like this. Separator. We'll also go back and go forward. We'll put in reload, and we'll also put exit after a separator. Not text box. We'll delete this separator and then exit. And now we're gonna assign them all key bindings. So for new window, we'll go down in properties window and shortcut keys. This will be Control N for control new. For bookmark this page, the shortcut key will be Control B for control bookmark. Go back will be, you can assign whatever you want, but I'll just put it for what I like. And for back will be Alt Alt. Let's look for it. This is a huge list. Alt. I want Alt left to go back. And then to go forward will be Alt right. There we go. And then reload will be Control R. And exit will be Alt F4. Alt F4. F. So now, and over here in our new, this it all shows up. So over here, all the tools, and for there we'll put settings, and below settings we'll put HTML editor. Okay, there we go. So now we'll create another tab for bookmark. And we'll say, again, bookmark. This page. View all bookmarks. View all bookmarks. And we'll also put next to it history. And then see history. And then we're really gonna allow them to delete history. Okay, so now for bookmark, for settings, so shortcut keys, we'll do Control S. There we go. HTML editor, VB, Control Shift H. There we go. For bookmarks, here will be Control B, and to view our bookmark will be Control Shift B. There we go. History, to see our history, will be Control H. And to delete all history, we don't need a shortcut key for that. And then we'll make one more, which will, two more apps, and then about, and a help menu, in case you need help. Okay, for apps, we'll have a calculator. We'll also have in a notepad. Okay, now let's go on to the coding part. Now we're gonna code all these up here. So we click on File and New Window. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna declare a new variable, dim form 1 as new form 1, and then form 1. Well, actually, we'll do C form 1, we can't do it the exact same. And then cform1 dot show. Okay, so now when we click on new window, file, new window, it comes up with a new window. File, new window. And also when I click on Control N on the keyboard, it should pop up with the new window. Except, oh yeah, you also have to make sure the shortcut key is working. So you go like, you have to click on File, then Control N. Otherwise it will not work if you just... And there we go, now we have all our browse, right? When you click on Stop, it all closes. So, now we'll work with bookmarks later. We'll go back, we're gonna do if web control1 dot can go back equals true, then web control1 dot go back, else nothing. Else, yeah, that's nothing. And we also want to disable this when it can go back. So we'll also need a timer for that. Okay, so when we double click the timer, we're gonna say if web control1 that can go back equals true, then go back to strip menu item dot enabled equals true, else not dot true equals true, else go back to strip menu item dot enabled equals false. So now we'll double click on the form and see what this looks like. So for the timer, 1.start, and when you click on start, and see go back is grayed out because we cannot go back. And also for go back, it is okay. So now for the go forward, we can erase the else, we don't need it. We'll also wrap all this in the try statement, because if we have any error, it'll always handle it. So we'll wrap this in a try statement. And over here, we'll do message. We'll pop up a message box saying error. And there we go. And we need to end it. Otherwise, and we'll never know when to end it. So, okay, there we go. And also, do the forward. Same thing. If web control1 dot can go forward equals true, then web control1 dot go forward, and then no else. We'll wrap that in a try statement again. So we just do try and then enter. It gives everything over here. And message box error. Okay, there we go. So now we can also put it up here in the timer. If web control1 dot can go forward equals true, then go forward to the menu item and dot enabled equals true, else go forward to the menu item dot enabled equals false. Okay. And now let's write this in the try statement. Because we always need an error handler. What's better than having an error? Nothing. Errors are horrific. Just like if you have a math test, which would you want an error? Of course not. Okay. I'll also wrap this in an error handler too. There we go. Let's put the try statement. Oops. Change that to try. And let's put this up here and do a message box. And inside the message box there'll be error. Okay. So now we'll also do reload. We can just do try web control 1 dot reload, and if it cannot reload, then not reload, refresh. Otherwise, if it cannot refresh, then it'll pop up a message box saying error. Okay. Now we have these, and also exit will end the application. Oh yeah, to do that you just put this button. Okay, so to end the application we just do end. That's it. And it'll end. New one. So now we have programmed most things over here. For tools, we can't really program anything over here yet. Bookmarks, history, apps, we'll all do this later. Okay, so now we're done with our toolscript menu. Now on to our panel. So we create a new panel, put it over here. We'll have, well, we don't need to change the font just right yet. We will dock this to the top. This will be right below that, and this will be bring to front. Now in the front of everything. So then we need for over here, we need a address box, a 2 5 buttons. Well, actually, yeah, 6 buttons, and then another text box. Okay, so now let's configure all this. So many things. Okay, let's start out with button 1. We have to find, so open your web browser and we have to find these images. Back button, images, image, or web browser, buttons. There we go. And we'll look for some. I like going to icon archive. I'll link them down below. But we can have a bunch of web browsers. So I'll take, oops, we need a portable network graphic file. And we can save this. We also need a go button. We need a refresh. We need a this button. We need a go button. This is go button. And that's all we really need. You could get some more if you'd like, but we only really need this one. Okay, so here we go. Good. Choose image. Now import all these icons. Okay, so here are all our icons. So I'll do the previous icon, and instead of doing size mode normal, we'll do stretch image to fit it like that. This address bar, you can configure it to go to our web control, and we don't want it to fill, so we just none. There we go. And for this go button, we'll just make it pretty. And then we copy this picture box and then paste it. I'm sorry if I'm going not in order, but I'm trying to do everything in the fastest. So basically we're just gonna assign each picture box a new picture like normal. But in the previous browser, in the basic, we just use simple signs using the keyboard. Now I'll show you how to code these images, which it's not really harder, I guess you could say. It's not easier, I guess. It's still the same. You're still just coding something. And we have a refresh, previous, next, and we have an X button. Okay. This X button will go with the refresh. I'll also show you how to use this in the back. Okay, so now we'll put the address bar over here. For this, we'll use a history of recently used list. In autocomplete mode, we'll just do suggest. We'll also change the font size and the font to a preferred one, which I like Arial. It's very bland, but it's fine. Arial regular 14, okay. And then we have it over here. And we can stretch it out. And for this one, we want to anchor it to the right. Then we want another button over here, a go button. Okay, and we also need another go button for over here. This search box over here is just for like Google, I guess, if you just want to search Google instead of just using the normal search box. So here we'll just put this over here. This text box also needs this text box also needs to be anchored to the top right. And these buttons, we anchor them to the top right. Okay, so now when we run the program, we should get to pop up like this. So we have all our icons, and when you full screen, these goes to the right. But then here's the problem, there's a huge space over here, and that looks ugly. So the way to fix that is, instead of anchoring these to the top right, we can also anchor them to the top left too. Top left and right. So then we click out. Well, we have to send these. Oops. I accidentally did something. We forgot to I accidentally moved the web control. We have to dock this. Parent container, and then we have to do spring to front. Spring to front. This panel. Also, we do not want this panel. We want it to be docked, not anchored. And remember that, because if it's anchored, it's gonna act like the other ones. These buttons, which really act weird. So web session provider, we have to send everything back. You can always do it though, because it's not that much work. Then we change the web root. Oh my goodness, I have 3. Where is the right one? Web control 1. There's one web control. There's another web control. There's another web control somewhere. So that went somewhere. And there's a third one. Third one somewhere. Okay. So that is very interesting. And that's what we have these error handlers for, in case we ever run into such error like that. But we can always do everything back. Like I keep saying and saying. I'm sorry if I keep repeating the same thing. If it might get boring and boring and boring. So this one, we want to delete. This one, want to delete. So we only have this one left. Right over here. Awesome. That we have. Now if we go into code, it's probably all ruined. But it's not necessary. See, it's all ruined. But we change all these to web control 3. And if we change all of these to web control 3, then it should work. Doing this, I can also show you a neat feature of Visual Studio. Can do edit, find, and replace. Click replace. And I can replace web control 1 with web control 3. And then I can replace all of them. That's a cool thing that I like. So now we can assign all these. Finally, our anchor, which we want left and right. So that when we start it, and full screen it goes like this. But you might be wondering also, why does it have this weird thing? It's because we anchored it like that. And it just doesn't really like to be happy. That's what happens when you dock it. And basically that's what happens. That's why I don't like anchoring it with both. But it's okay if you don't have my occurrence like that. So now let's start coding the main browser, I guess you could say. So refresh. We just do the same thing, refresh. We do this try statement. And let's say for forward, we just take all this go forward. We just take the go forward code, and to go back, we just take the go back code, which is right over here. Go back. There we go. Oh, we didn't do it. There we go. So there we go. Now we can also hold this X button and when it's supposed to appear. Well, let's not do that for this one. So now for this go button, we just do web control 1 3 navigate well, not navigate, dot source is equal to address bar, it's box 1. No, I meant new URI, which is some different dot toString. Here we go. And now everything in the address box will go. And for this one, we're gonna have to go into our browse. Let's go into Solution Explorer. That's much more easier to see. So now that we're in here, we can go to settings and start doing our thing. So home page, we're gonna add history, setting, no, bookmarks, and then search engine. Okay, so now that we, not search engine, but search underscore engine. So then we're gonna also, for homepage, I'm gonna do my website. Which is this. And history, we're just gonna leave blank. And for search engine, we'll do Google, because that's my preferred search engine. So when you press go, we're gonna do if my dot settings dot search engine is equal to Google, then web control 3 dot source equals new URI, new URI https://www.google.com/q equals, and then whatever this is, text box 1, so plus text box 1.text. Okay, now we have that. So now let's test it out and how we are. So let's say we want to go to Google. We have an autocomplete. So let's say we have a beautiful autocomplete box. Let's go to our SharePoint. Yes, my internet is slow, and I know that it is. But now it looks like we have run into an error. As you can see that something went wrong. So obviously, to fix that, we put a try statement to see if something, if the try can catch it. If the try can catch it, then it's something like actually really wrong, and we really need to do something to fix it. So that's why I like try statements. They can help you continue on our way. Let's say we go to google.com. It should navigate Google, unless I did not assign and I'm pretty sure it's this, we have to assign this a web control. There we go. Now, when we do google.com, press go. Oh, there's an error. So that means something went wrong. And google.com, I went to Google. And if we search from here, hello, and go, there's an error. That means this search was something went wrong with it. And maybe they probably changed it. So Google.com. Let's see how they search in Google. Let's say hello. If we forgot the hash sign. And there's Dell. Okay. So hash cube. And that should solve the error. Hello. And now if we see it, we should see Adele's face again. And yes, we do. So when you full screen it, it moves to the side. We reload the page, go back, go forward. Actually, this is the wrong one. Oh yeah, this is the right one. Okay, so now we'll be coding tools. Settings. Let's see how we want to code settings. Let's see. Oh yeah, we also have to fix this enter button. I just left one that what's wrong. And then error. Wait. Let's see if we can get the error. Error to string. There we go. Does that work? Maybe that works. What's wrong? So let's go to google.com. Invalid URI. The URI scheme is not valid. So Google, maybe you have to go HTTPS. Okay, that's my alarm. / google.com. Maybe that'll work. No, that's not working either. This should work. Let's see. It should work. So I'll keep on doing this series if you like it, and it takes some editing, so I might not be able to do it on every day, but if you like this series, I can keep on going with it. But yeah, I'll still do airplane reviews. Yeah, I'll still do airplane. This is just for the coding part of my channel and computers. So if you still want this series to go on, you can. If you don't want it, it's fine. And bye.